Hello, welcome to our channel for R programming. In this video, we will show how to plot normal quantile plot using R. So we know if you want to understand what is a normal quantile plot, first we have to understand several elements of a sample of data. The first is the value of each element of a sample. So this is very simple, right? Each value of this sample. So you have 10 elements in the sample. Each element has a value, right? And second, you have to know this I. I is the order or the sequence of this series of sample from lowest to the highest. So, for example, 10 number from 1 to 10. So the second number, the value is 2. And its sequence, its order is 2, right? And the third element is the Fi. So this is the how many fraction of the data below this level. So less than equal to this level, right? So second number of 10 number, so about 10% or 20% lower than this value, lower than equal to this value. So this Fi is 0.2, right? And Qf is the value. Qf is the quantile of this fraction. So Qf is this value, is for the 10 number, is the second number is 2, the value, right? So these several elements of the sample, if you have understand, then you can know what is the quantile of a sample and what is the quantile plot. So last page we show the quantile of a random sample, and this page we will show the quantile of a normal distribution. So if it is a normal distribution random sample, though this quantile, or it is exactly normal distributed, so we have to calculate this quantile value with the mu and the sigma from normal distribution. So for normal distribution, the quantile, each quantile f fraction, for example, from 0 to 1, right? Fraction is from 0 to 1, so we can calculate a quantile value for each normal distribution with mu and sigma. Then for standard normal distribution, its quantile value for each fraction number can be calculated using this formula. So for example, for normal distribution with mean 0 and standard deviation 1, if we want to find the quantile value for fraction, say 0.32, we just fill in 0.32 in this form, can calculate the value of this quantile value. So this random number from normal distribution with 0 and mean, standard deviation 1, right? So we find the quantile value for the random sample, and we find the quantile value from a standard normal distribution. So next, we can plot a quantile plot with normal theoretical quantiles in horizontal axis and the sample data in y-axis. So if for example each data value plotted here for random sample, and from this value we find the Fi for this random number, then from this Fi fraction can get the quantile value from a standard normal distribution. So we also put this quantile value from normal distribution here. Say for example, you find a random sample, get a random sample in this place. We find the Fi from this formula, then from a normal quantile formula, we can get the normal quantile value, say maybe here. So we just put the point, each point, get each point for each random sample and its corresponding theoretical normal quantile value. So if this scatter plot almost match this straight line, so we say this random sample come from a normal distribution, or at least approximately normally distributed, right? So in R, we can use two functions to plot Quantile-Quantile plot against a normal distribution. So first is QQ norm with this random sample. Second is QQ line with X and column. So we can draw a Quantile-Quantile line. So next we will show how to do this in RStudio. So say first we create a random sample. This time we just create from a normal distribution. So say first we create random sample using R norm with 3200 numbers and mean and standard deviation. Then we can plot a QQ norm with X. So this plot, you can see almost all the scatter plots stay on a straight line, right? So this is a theoretical quantiles from a standard normal distribution. And this is the sample we draw. This sample, you can see the mean value is 8, standard deviation 2. So most of the points sit around 8, right? Then from each quantile of each fraction of this value, find the quantile value from a standard normal distribution. The all scatter plots stay on a straight line. So this says the sample comes from a normal distribution. You can also create Quantile-Quantile plot with a straight line. You can see now a straight line also draw. So it is easier to see almost 98% of the value stay on this straight line. And the second example, we draw a random sample, not from normal, we from logistic distribution. Then if we want to plot a Quantile-Quantile, so you can see it is not like a straight line, right? And we can use QQ line to make it easier to compare with a straight line. So it is quite different from a straight line, especially on both ends. So about 50% of the value not stay on this straight line from this area and from this area. The logistic distribution is S-shaped, right? S-shaped. So in conclusion, Quantile-Quantile value is to draw a scatter plot. Scatter plot between the theoretical normal distribution and the sample value. So both are value. So this is from normal distribution value and this from the sample value. And how to draw the scatter plot? So from the sample value, find a fraction for each value from its observations order. Oh, this is second, that is third, that is the fourth, and so on. So find this fraction. So from lowest to the highest, from this fraction. Then this fraction can be found further to get the quantile value from a standard normal distribution. And this quantile value is from this formula. So standard normal distribution, so quantile value can be get from its fraction, each fraction. Then we just plot the scatter plot between this quantile value from the normal distribution, and the quantile value, or the quantile value actually is its value for this random sample. So if most of the points on straight line, so just say this random sample comes from a normal distribution. So otherwise it's not from normal distribution, right? Thanks for watching.